welcome back to RSC for some of the final showdowns of the season. Beside me, I'm not solo casting this time. I actually have a fellow caster by my side. Is Liquid Sight. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm always happy to be back. I've been away for most of this season, but there's definitely been some exciting times and upsets. And it's always an exciting time when you get to the play-ins because it's really every team's last chance to make the final drive to the playoffs.
Well, yes, obviously we start here in the play-ins. So, well, these two teams in the lower bracket, Panthera's Jubatus and Momentum's Propel. So, I believe, well, there we go, looking at the bracket in the play-ins. So, Jubatus and Propel will face off today, and the winner of these two teams will face Taisho in the next round, and then later on in the day, Alta will face off against Terra to advance through the upper bracket. The loser will drop down to the lower bracket. They won't be out yet, but the journey will become a lot longer for them. So, Sight, take me through your predictions for this game.
You know, I have to give it to Jubatus. They've always built a strong team. They do have they are lagging in the position, but I believe in them. The ability for the GM to build their teams, this is the prospect tier so that everyone knows. And I think they're going to go 3-1. I think Propel is going to get one, probably the second game, maybe the third game. They'll get one back, but I think Jubatus will just adjust and come away with this at 3-1.
Yeah, so my prediction, I've gone for a 3-2 in the favour of Jubatus. So the problem I have here is I have two of my ex-RSC teammates and two of my ex-ERS teammates, both from the previous seasons on either side. But yeah, I've got to give it to Jubatus. They've been on an absolute mega rise towards the end of the season, coming out of the Ashes to finish 6th, taking over Tartarus on the final day with a draw against Taisho, who were a very tough team to beat throughout this season. So that's who I've given it to. Sorry to Stormy and Neuronix, who will be representing Propel, but we'll let them do the talking on the pitch as we get into game 1. The opening ceremony of the RSC playoffs begins now on Man Field. And so we've got a brilliant match coming up for us.
I think it's just titillating here. We're just riddled with excitement here, waiting for this game to start. I wanted to talk to a couple of people in the chat here. They're talking about there are a couple people on the Propel team that are a little bit demo crazy. So that makes me a little bit excited to see how that's gonna come out in their gameplay, because a lot of the times, especially in this tier, demos can make a lot of openings, but it can also create an opening for a counter attack, because a lot of the times people just go in for a demo when they're not in position to do so.
Well, yeah, certainly. So we'll see how the gaps open up in this series, but we're going to get the players going in now. So the first match of the playoffs begins in the prospect tier. Lower bracket is a long road for these teams, but they face off Jubatus and Propel. Start off 5 minutes on the clock in game 1, best of 5 to come. And here we go.
Nuru Dambo tries to control that in the midfield, and unfortunately just gave it away quickly, and it's hard for me to tell the difference between both teams, as there's not much of a shade difference between both of them here, and we see just a long bong by Stormy throwing it all the way in the net, and there's no one there back enough. Righty not able to get there back fast enough and concedes the first goal and Propels on the board. That's going to put Jubatus on their heels, and my prediction on its heels as well.
Certainly, but you know, a lot to come in this game.
Absolutely. I mean, there's still 4.5 minutes to go, and anything can really happen. It looks like we've got, what is it, 3-1? He was a little bit stalled out in the middle of the field. Perhaps he had to have a mid-game battery change. That could have been a Hamilton quick tire change there.
Well, yeah, hopefully he doesn't get disqualified for a broken board. But now here we go. Stormy will look for another shot to double up the lead. Double his goal is not going to happen for him. Now Nero fakes out Kyle, goes low, and he puts it in the bottom of the net. That's my ex-teammate right there. Shame he couldn't do that so much in ERS, but there you go. Propel on the board twice. They lead 2 in the first minute.
He took both Jabetus out there. They are diving it for. I think they were just a little bit out of position, perhaps jitters, who knows. But at the same time, you know, it's not about this first match. I mean, obviously it is for both their teams, but this is a game. It's a gridiron. Like it's an absolute marathon here, because after you win this one, you've got to go and keep winning.
And losing not allowed in the lower bracket. All these teams fight for a bit of cash. Just the £20 in the prospect tier. That's what you get when you're not so good at the game. Unfortunately.
That'll get you a bit at Greg's, won't it? Get you at least a sausage roll nowadays, won't it?
Mate, I don't even know about that. But here we go, righty into the corner. Really, Jabetus' first attack of the series. Kronos looking to keep it alive, does so. Gets past one, tries to 50 Stormy. He's just bullied out the way. 3-1 will now take control of the side wall. Dribbles it in towards the midfield, bumps Kyle out the way. Kronos, time, sends it over to the right wall. And then also gets a pinch into the midfield. 3-1 though, plenty of time. He's able to collect it, sends it towards the ceiling. Will try to read it, never mind. Stormy now off the corner. Could be a free shot for Neuro, but it's not going to happen for him.
Jabetus just hasn't found a rhythm yet. They're not finding each other. Actually, really, no one's really finding each other. These seem to just be pot shots at the net. And, you know, that first goal, I think, was pretty fortunate. It went in. It was all the way in their own back half, and it went in. So that's kind of unprecedented. But moving forward, the game really hasn't turned in anything. The ball's been spending a lot of time up in the air. There hasn't been a whole lot of dangerous shots. There certainly hasn't been a whole lot of demos. I mean, there's one off the crossbar, and you see Propel. Both defensemen went up for it. So there's an opportunity for Jabetus to get back in there, but they're just not able to do it. There's no real major control. There's been a couple solo plays. No one's been able to find anyone, or no one's been able to disrupt each other. So it's going to be interesting to see how these teams both adjust after this game.
Certainly Neuro gets another good 50. So sends towards the net. It's not going to happen once again. Stormy low on boost. Hits it off his own backboard of Righty. Actually just puts it past Kyle. Luckily, Kronos there to collect. Sends it back to Righty. I think Jabetus is actually playing with their sub. Normally they would have Gravsy on the field, but obviously not here today. 3-1 now, looking for the shot. Just places it wide and off the backboard. Kyle looked to collect, but he gets demoed. And then 3-1, still looking for the violence, just bumps his own teammate all the way back to his own half. Kronos though gets the shot past Neuro. Stormy wasn't ready for it, and that one goes in.
And let's see what happened there. Kronos beat the defender. He had a bad touch off the wall, and I guess there was no last person in net. Oh, Stormy, like you said, he wasn't prepared for it. He thought his teammate was going to get that touch. Didn't think there was any danger. Unfortunately, it snuck right behind both of them, and Jabetus is now on the board, and they have an opportunity to try and collect themselves here. As we all know, the kickoffs are very dangerous. Lucky by Kronos there. Oh, no.
No.
Spoke too soon.
Back to a 2-goal lead, 3-1, just off the post. Kronos does put it over him, and then Kyle side flips. Doesn't get the 50, and this one just goes straight in. Nero able to put this one into the back of the net. He picks himself up a brace, and coming late into game one, Propel quickly restore their 2-goal lead, looking to make it 3 now. Stormy off the corner. Could look for the double, actually. Kyle able to send this one away. Kronos, big pinch up the other end of the field. 3-1's going to get a touch on this, doesn't do so. Luckily, Stormy able to just collect this one. Going to force a 50. Kronos gets it, but all this time being burnt off the clock. Now 3-1 towards the backboard. Kyle, big miss. Kronos, good 50. We'll look for the demo. Stormy's up for this. Doesn't get much of a touch as he runs out of boost. Righty now looks for the shot, blocked out by 3-1. Kyle up for this. Sends this one towards the net, but it's just wide.
Oh,
Kronos
no.
back into the midfield, but no attack will come from Jabetus, and the counter attack actually now from Propel. But Kyle last second sends this one.
What a fortunate time for Kyle to just be in the right position there. 3-1, just colliding with his own teammate. He's got no boost. He can't do anything with this. He's got to cycle back into the corner there. Mr. Kyle has got a good challenge there. Stormy is able to block that. And there's a big, big demo by Kyle. There's the enforcer we need. Someone to shake things up. Let the other team know that they're not allowed to touch the ball. Otherwise, it's going to end in demo. There's some tactical whiffs as the time has ended. Unfortunately, away from my prediction of Debatus' favor and Propel take the first game.
Well, there you go. Propel, somewhat convincing first game as well, you could say. So we'll see how this shapes up throughout the rest of the series. Obviously, first game usually doesn't actually write much, but if anything's off to go, anything, if there's anything to go by, Propel will look to take this series, prove us both wrong. I think Juventus playing with a sub isn't going to help, but just seemed a little bit panicky, it would seem, getting faked out on their own backline. But the end of the game was better, so we'll see how they go towards the second game, see how they approach it, and see what they can shake up.
I would say for Juventus, they need to space themselves out. A lot of the times, their team, not only on defense, but offense as well, their teammates were very much on top of themselves. And I think that was partly due to that first goal being scored so quickly. 20 seconds in, they're already down. They're chasing the whole game. And this is a do-or-die series. Thanks, RL Keza. This is a do-or-die series, so you got to say the nerves are part of it. So let's hope that everyone's on a little bit of an even keel. We don't get that first kickoff goal. I'm speaking from Juventus side. Obviously, Propel, they just want to smash this one through. Let's get to the next one, and they're going to keep running. So Juventus, I think the big thing for them, space each other out, not get on top of each other, and not concede a goal. Get themselves ready. I think this is going to be a game of defense. The person with the strongest defense is going to have the best offense.
Well, yeah, certainly. If you don't concede, you win the game. There are no draws. Finally, we get rid of them. Some people, I'm not a fan of the draws, it would seem, but that's the way this league is run. It's tradition. That happens in league play, and then it comes to actual series best of fives. When it comes to the playoffs, Kyle, lovely play to get over Stormy. Actually, he gets a massive dunk. We're up for this again, but he just side flips. He was beaten out by Neuronics anyway. Righty now towards the backcourt. This is better from Juventus, and it's just off the post. Kyle will look to finish, but Stormy sends this one away.
Those we all experience that. The posts are the most dubious goal protectors there, the goaltenders. It just unfortunate there on that play, there was no boost left in order to make that higher shot to get that down and in place. Stormy is looking to make something out of nothing here. Nero, aka Dambo, gets taken off the field, takes a player off the field. 3-1, dangerous with that shot. Wasn't able to get the one that he wanted. However, Juventus is making a breakout here as Dambo has to make a play. Unfortunately, hits it off the crossbar, and Juventus righty is there to collect that rebound and sends it right into the net.
Yeah, Nero running out of boost, couldn't get much power on that. If he was going to get another touch, it would have been a lovely double tap into his own net, it would seem. But I've seen him do it before, but not to happen this time. Dangerous. Righty able to score. Stormy flip reset. Still though, can't connect on it. This runs out of boost. Righty takes us up to the right wing. Now Kronos has the win into the corner, sends it towards the midfield. Nero misses the ball. Stormy's just going to take his time. 50 though by Kronos. Good speed from Juventus. Much better again. Sent towards the net. Easy save for 3-1. And Kyle actually just sends this back to Kronos. Now towards the left side. What can he do with this? Not much, it would seem. Goes back towards their back corner where Righty's waiting.
Oh no. This is dangerous. Oh, good catch by Kyle. Get that out of the corner and on its way. Doesn't have any boost to follow up. He's got two defenders in the net. Unfortunately, they double commit. Now the net is empty, but Propel is not able to make this as dangerous as they would like. 3-1 is up there. That wasn't much of a shot there, but he wanted to make them not have a free hit. And Nero is up. He's got a little bit of boost. Not enough as Kronos dives at that early. 3-1 is going to throw that off the backboard, and Stormy doesn't get the strong touch, but he gets a second touch, and Kyle has to make a diving save, and Righty clears it all the way out. Now they're licking their wounds a little bit here as they try and get organized because Propel has all the boost, but not able to get control of the ball. 3-1, good read off the ceiling, not able to get any more. He's clearing out for boost, hopefully going to get a pass downfield. He's left the net completely open, and Stormy had to make a good save. He's bounced himself out into the middle of nowhere, and 3-1 gets a nice simple touch, and Wright is going to try and send this downfield. Didn't get the touch he wanted, and Nero is up. Kronos is up. Stormy is in the corner. This ball is not being controlled very well as 3-1 tries to get a couple touches to move and make a little bit of space. It's going to be interesting to see if this is the goal here. What a touch by Stormy.
Well, there you go. It seemed like we just sort of had dive at ball, see ball, hit ball. But there you go. Stormy sees the ball, hits the ball straight into Jabata's net. And there we go, tied up, back at 1 each. Jabata slowed down and then that's towards the start of the game. But Stormy having an excellent performance so far in these first game and a half.
3-1 has definitely been dangerous on the field. He's making a lot of space. But at the same time, he puts himself out there sometimes to go and collect boost. He likes that 100 boost to be able to play with to make those big plays. He doesn't like low boost. As you see here, he's up there not really moving the ball anywhere as Kyle and Kronos. And now we have two Propel teammates. And Propel tries to back pass it to Nero. He's got a little bit of an opportunity. He throws it nicely in the corner. Nobody had boost there. You see both Righty and Kyle right on top of each other. It's that same thing. They need their space. They got to trust each other. And they're failing, unfortunately, on defense. Propel is up by 1. And this might be a different series than what I predicted.
Yeah, unfortunately, Propel are just outclassing them, it seems, at the moment. Jabata's not spacing themselves very well. 3-1. Sends us off the right side. Kronos back into the midfield. Kyle has to get the touch. 3-1. From outside the net, pops it up. Righty back to Kyle. Good back pass. There's low on boost. Just gets a touch. Just leaves it for Stormy. Pinch off the backboard. 3-1 up for this. Gets a touch back towards Nero. Good 50 from Kronos. Still, Stormy has time to collect with a big dunk from Righty. And call him LeBron James. That one straight in the net.
That was a good play by Righty in order to keep that pressure on Stormy, not allowing them that simple touch and well-placed 50-50. And Righty keeps Jabatus in the game.
Yeah, there you go. Jabatus have a chance, it would seem. Just 50 seconds left. Plenty of time to make something. Can definitely make a goal out of 50 seconds, but 3-1 looking to slow the play down. Kyle, it's a good 50 out towards the left. Nero, 50, once again, dunked by Kyle. And looked to collect the mid boost, but it's stolen. 3-1, demos Kronos. Kyle, who was in an awkward position earlier in the 1v1, dives over Nero, gets a save. Kronos, off the ceiling. 3-1, looking to make a play again. Not going to happen for him. Nero sends it towards the net where Kronos is waiting. Looks for the dunk, but it won't happen. 19 seconds. Kyle looking for the redirect, but it won't happen. Goes towards the backboard. This is absolutely dangerous. Propel could put the game away right now. Nero, look, has the shots blocked away. Stormy towards the backboard. What can he do with it? Puts off the backboard again. Kronos, 50. This is Jabatus' last chance. Otherwise, they'll be put on match point. They'll have to look for the reverse sweep. Never mind, it's overtime. I don't know why. I thought it was 3-2 for some reason. My eyes deceived me.
No!
No! They're gonna have to reverse sweep. Like, they've had a gaff on the back line.
Oh, Kronos, my friend. Kronos has got to get a paper towel or something. Just wipe that sweat off his thumbs. I think it came off the thumbstick there, or if he's on computer, something happened there. There's just an unfortunate touch. He thought the ball was going to go somewhere, maybe a ghost touch. But my goodness, that's a big weight. Take a breath, guys, man. Take the whole single minute you got here, because you're on your heels now. You're down by 2. Propel has been very, very strong. Each team member is very good on solo plays, being able to get up there and control the ball. I think that's what's going to take Propel to the next level, is being able to find their teammates. They haven't been able to do that entirely, but everyone has been in the right position to catch the ball, to play it after somebody has missed. Jabatus, I think they still just have a bit of a spacing issue, maybe a boost issue, I'm not really sure. But, I mean, they're here. They're the best they've ever been. They've just now got to get 3 in a row and then more to go to the next level.
Yeah. So, speaking of the next level, Jabatus are going to have to level up because apparently I'm running away from the cam according to Pig. That just happens, mate. Like, just deal with it. But, yeah, here we go. We'll go into game 3 on Sovereign Heights. Jabatus will have to look for the beginnings of a reverse sweep just in game 3. So Propel have the 2-goal lead. I said 3-2 Jabatus. Let's see if they can prove it, or will Propel shut them down in a sweeping fashion. Stormy doesn't kick off for the first time in his life. Nice one. But finally, Juventus actually on the better end of this. Carl looks for the early goal. Would Righty be able to put it away? Bit of an overcommit, but it works out for him. But still, no goal to come. Apparel send this one away. It's Kyle. Stormy, big 50 towards the backboard. But stay at 0-0. 2 early chances for both teams. But they got 4 minutes and 30 seconds to decide the fate of this series.
You know, it's like they're listening. That Juventus is just taking their time. They don't have a whole lot of boost, but they're moving the ball a lot better now. They're not having the fancy mechanics that we're seeing out of Apparel, but Juventus has just been absolutely solid with just connecting with the ball, moving it down the field, and not just throwing it away immediately. Just to, you know, try and get away from the ball and go get the boost. Kyle has to make a bit of a dive and save. He's going to have to make another one here. And he does so. He's got control of the ball, a great 50, and Nero is going to make a bit of a play into the corner here. He's going to take it up the wall. He didn't get it where he wants to. As 3-1 tries to get into a shooting position and has to concede. And I don't know why he went up the wall there. Did he disconnect or something? But that ball went straight in. Another read by Juventus to get those 50-50s. But as you see there, 3-1 just takes off right up the wall. He didn't even turn towards the net. Maybe he thought there was no chance. Am I crazy? Did I miss?
Yeah, man. I don't know. But oh, never mind. 3-1 has not disconnected. Instead, he has scored. Nero, good kickoff. Fakes out 2 players, one on his own team, one on the other. But there you go, 3-shot for 3-1. Just puts that one straight into the net, and he collects 1 more goal for the road. It would seem now propelled high at this game once again. Juventus didn't hold the lead for very long, but they want to get it back as soon as possible. Righty pops us in towards the midfield. Kronos gets beaten by 3-1. Kyle pushes it out towards the left. Righty into the midfield. Is there anyone waiting for him? No, he's going to look to Doug Storby. He can do. 3-1 though. Oh, actually, Nero is able to send this one out towards Storby. Waiting to connect on the pass. Kronos gets the save and gets another one from 3-1's follow-up shot. But sight, I think Juventus are improving.
I think they are as well. It's a question of, is it too little too late? I mean, obviously, the game is tied. It's been reset. It's basically 0-0. And we have a 3-minute game here. Righty is able to connect on that perfectly and slots that into the top corner. In fact, Kyle was able to get a great little touch to keep the ball in play. 3-1 just zoomed across that crossbar, hoping to read where the ball was. And unfortunately, I think his wheels came off on the bottom end and just flung himself across. Let's just see if they are able to hold the lead, because kickoffs have not been very kind, as Propel has peppered that backboard off of kickoffs and obviously has done a lot of good jobs of scoring. 3-1 up, dangerous, doesn't have any more boost, tries to get the flip reset to connect, unable to. In fact, Kyle takes Stormy right off, but Dambo was throwing it all the way into the crossbar. Stormy able to make another good connection here. He tries to follow it himself, not able to get there. In fact, Kyle tries to get his, not able to connect it. Kronos is now on the ball. He's off the ball. There was a demo on the field, and that was a 50-50 by Nero, and Righty sends it all the way down to Propel's end, rightfully so.
Well, Propel weren't able to reply as quickly as they have been in the past few games. It could actually go 2 down. What happened for him? Righty bumped off the ball, leaves Stormy with time and space. But one thing was lacking was boost. Kyle, who did have it, was able to beat him. Kronos, now solid touch. 3-1 there, trying to play a 50, gets a 50. It's not too positive, but it leaves the ball for Stormy. Kyle actually pops us up towards his own backboard. Could be dangerous. Can't read it. That Nero sends it straight down.
It's not. They're not in the woods here yet. They're on low boost, and they've double committed into that corner. There they go again. Now 3-1. 3-1, and Nero didn't just double commit there. There would have been a dangerous opportunity for Propel. But they were able to get the space that they needed. Juventus might have a chance here to break out of their own end here. Goes against Fat Kyle and Nero, and this game has started to see those demos that we saw in the chat. And 3-1 almost saved it, but was able to get it as a tying game. I want to see this again, because it almost looked like 3-1. He had a good shot, but he just about smashed it out in a way, but it had enough forward momentum. I think that'll get the slowpoke goal for that one.
Certainly qualifies for a P-roller almost. Quite a slow ball going in. But there we go, a minute left. Propel, if they can score one more, will look to secure the sweep over Juventus. But Kyle, bump on near off the ball. They look to regain their lead for the third time this game. And Stormy looking for the demo. Does but manage to scare Cronus off the ball, who gets a bump. 2 Propel corners in the back corner. Players in the back corner, not corners. I'm getting all my words mixed up today, so you know, maybe it's just not happening for me today.
It's understandable.
It's not been happening for Juventus, unfortunately, on the defensive end. They've been scoring goals, but they just haven't been able to score enough. So Kyle looking for the redirect off the side wall. Well, off the side. 3-1 though, control of the ball, look to fake it low. Unable to trick Juventus defenders. 3-1, 0 boost. Almost counting down numbers there.
Oh boy.
But here we go. 5 seconds until we go to another overtime. We got one last game. I didn't think it was going there, but it did, and we'll go there again. Last time, Juventus with an absolute gaff from Kronos let in a free goal. Now 3-1. We'll look for another goal. Won't happen, but we'll see now. Do Propel close out the sweep, or do Juventus begin to reverse it on them?
I don't know if Juventus has it in them. I think Propel has just been so strong. Here we see a double tap attempt. Just about ended that series with that corner shot. Not enough sauce on that one. Stormy and Kyle meet each other in the corner. He's got no more boost, but that doesn't mean he can't add pressure to the ball. Righty throws it into the corner. Kronos looking for the small touch out to the middle. Kyle throws it against the wall. Hopefully his teammate is there, but Propel has broken out and they've collected all the boosts. It's very dangerous. 3-1. Oh boy. Ooh. Righty had no boost and just about gave up that goal to another slowpoke style. Righty throws that on the net. Stormy, good save. It's not out of the woods though. 3-1. Caught himself on the corner. He's a little bit out of play. Kronos is going to try and throw it off the crossbar. Not able to get there. Righty is going to try and collect it one more time. He's got the full boost. Tactical whiff. Is he going to get the double touch? Not able to get there. Kyle's up. Now it's up to the third man. He's got to be a little bit careful here, because if he dives, he's going to be leaving his net open. Stormy has the boost in space. They were challenged right away. And Kyle, low boost, but he's got enough to throw it at the wall. Stormy and 3-1 both went for it. This is an opportunity for Juventus, as they are now, Propel is now trying to get back. But it looks like Propel has gotten themselves all set up. We are far more into an overtime than we were the last game.
Oh yeah, certainly, probably more than 10 times further than we got last game. I think it was only 4 seconds last time around. And Juventus will want to change another thing in this overtime, which is scoring the winning goal. And this could be their opportunity. Righty sends this one off the post. Kyle can't follow. And Neuro sends this one away onto the left wall. He'll look to follow onto it, but still no follow. 3-1. Just going to leave this one for Stormy. Gets it past Kronos. Will look to follow it. Puts it past Kyle. Puts it on the net. And secures the sweep for Propel. They will move on to face Taisho in the next round.
You know, it was a bit underwhelming, but at the same time, you know, I have to give it to Propel. They were a force to reckon with. Juventus not able to stand up to the task here, but good on them for coming in this position and playing in the play-ins. Was a proper sweep by Propel. 3-1, Stormy and Neuro just absolutely dominated on that field. Every time a goal was scored against them, they had an answer. So good job, Propel. Your journey has just begun.
Well, yes, certainly. There's a long road to come throughout the playoffs in the lower bracket, which is, you know, what I find myself in going into tomorrow. But, you know, something you're going to have to do if you want to take home that cash money prize. So we'll see what happens throughout the next series. Yes, in the next series where Momentum will face Propel, I believe. Yeah, Momentum. Propel.
Oh,
Oh God, like Liquid. Just shut me up, man.
I
Take
was about
over.
to say, is it safe to say that we can call the prospect the Sausage Roll Cup? You know, because you win the cup, you win the money there. You got enough to go to Greg's, or is it a Big Mac, the Big Mac Cup?
I mean, a Big Mac only gets you the burger; it doesn't get you the meal. So, you know,
The Greg's Championship, exactly.
yeah. RSC Greg's. Yeah,
Wouldn't that
pigs,
be
bro.
something that Greg's as a sponsor?
And
You know,
there you go. Okay, right. We have
prospect
something
gives.
interesting to talk about. So, Stormy, your series MVP dropping 1385. Oh, that's exactly my CMV. Hey, 1385 points, 9 shots, 3 goals, 3 assists, 5 saves, and 3 demos. Threes all over the place. And apparently, I've left you for dead, so again, I'll shut up.
That's all right. I can waffle on as good as anyone else. So I thought that was a great series. A little bit of a ping pong play. There wasn't a whole lot of passing, but it was certainly exciting. Definitely not predictable. I was way off. I was hoping 3-1 for Jubatus. My heart was in Jubatus, but clearly Propel came out to play and they stood their ground properly there. They only have up to go because if as soon as they lose a match, they are definitely out of this. The chat seems to be on board for Greg's to be a sponsor of the prospect, so we'll have to talk to the RSC admins to see about how that can work.
Yeah, what better reward is there than a Greg's? I suppose if you don't live in the UK, that's kind of annoying. But yeah, the tournament MVP or the playoffs MVP really should receive just a Greg's voucher. I'm sure Greg's would be happy to get involved in esports. Can you imagine Greg's esports site?
Yeah. I can imagine everyone having a pasty right at their desk there. You know, perfect. I'm sure the players would not be the atypical players. You know, they'd be like the turbo-sized players, I think. Not
Yeah.
like the slim players that we see nowadays.
Oh man, like I could just like can you imagine what better way to flex, right, going into the next season than having your like just going into like tryouts or whatever, right, and just going, you right guys, what you eating, mate? Oh, sausage roll from Greg's that I won last season. Okay, say, bro, we, we need to shut up because we're gonna have to get into the next series at some point. So,
That's fair. That's
yeah, we
fair.
need to stop waffling. All right, thank you guys for joining us. We will both be back for Propel, who have just 3-0 Jabatas to take on Taisho. See you in a few moments.
magic. Vicious cycle like an addict. I'm trying to gain what I'm lacking. I guess I'm used to being the one that's always damaged. Hey, I'm bottled up, how to manage. And sick of everybody cause nobody's understanding. I don't wanna talk cause I know what they were saying. Maybe it's too late. One foot in my grave. Could it be my fault? I've been running from a fight, feeling down and out of sight, doing anything that might make me asking why. Do people love to hate what they don't like? But that's okay, I let them talk while I hold mine. Want me to change but you don't know what's right. Maybe you don't know what you're saying. Sick of these games we're playing. I feel like it's not fair. Hard at work but you don't see. Tell me what I should be. Honestly, do you feel proud hurting me? But that's alright, I know you'll never listen. I try to talk to you, but what's the difference? Do you see me trying to survive? What would be enough to make you realize? Am I the only one asking why? Yeah. Do people love to hate what they don't like? But that's okay, I let them talk while I hold mine. Want me to change but you don't know what's right. Maybe you don't know what you're saying. Sick of these games we're playing. I feel like it's not fair. Tell me why now. Help me see how you could be so cold to me. You don't know what you're saying. Sick of these games we're playing. Just lost in my own world. I couldn't really even tell the difference. I guess I'm a kid at heart. It's something I always fought. They think I need a renovation. Let me work on my foundation. Before I lose my patience. Maybe you don't know what you're saying. Sick of these games we're playing. I feel like it's not fair. Tell me why now. Help me see how you could be so cold to me. I know we both want to do the right thing, but the needle in our compass is trembling. Trapped in the flames as our house burns down, left for dead cause we can't find common ground. We can't find common ground, so we agree to burn it down. We can't let it burn down, so we need to find common ground. It's so hard to find the truth when the other side common ground. Your heart's in the same place, but your mind is a million miles away, and it's forcing us to separate. Your heart's in the same place, but your mind is a million miles away, and it's forcing us to separate. But your mind is a million miles away. There's fire in the streets, ashes falling at our feet. Can't find a common enemy while they sing order out of chaos. There's fire in the streets. Incivility fuels the flames, artificial escalation in a gift basket. These roots go so deep, got branches with no leaves. Like a mountain of force of dead trees, it only needed a spark from the enemy. They stand back while we cry out. There's fire in the streets, ashes falling at our feet. Can't find a common enemy while they sing order out of chaos. There's fire in the streets, ashes falling at our feet. Can't find a common enemy while they sing order out of chaos. Two sides, but the coin is the same. Manufactured opposition is the perfect storm. Power with no face, destruction, the end game. There's fire in the streets, ashes falling at our feet. Can't find a common enemy while they sing order out of chaos. There's fire in the streets. It's an information overdose. Society comatose. Tensions rise higher and higher. There's fire in the streets, ashes falling at our feet. Can't find a common enemy while they sing order out of chaos. There's fire in the streets, ashes falling at our feet. Can't find a common enemy while they sing order out of chaos. There's fire in the streets. And I feel right now that I need you here. A romance so cavalier. I hear your voice, but you're never near. Light setting as I come out, and I'm reminded what it's all about. But I still think of you every time. I'll be just fine. You said I never hurt you well. You lied and I'm trying to move on, but it's the third time that you call me up crying. You're just doing that to get in my heart. Third time waking up in your apartment and I smell like candy from the other night. Yeah. 'Cause I'm so weak when I'm drunk, so I'm getting sober. I've had enough now, good as sober. I'm done with you. I'm the storm that meets the moon. I'm the sun that will not move. Do you think you are? Who do you think you
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the RSC stream. It's me once again, joined by Liquid Sight. Hope you're still doing well, man.
It was a nice little refreshing break. I'm definitely excited to get back into this, and you got to kind of cheer Propel on because we're gonna see how far they're gonna go. I mean, I say that, and then absolutely opposite to that statement, I have thrown all the hats in my basket to Taisho to win this for 3-2.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Pig, mate. I'm on the count. Thanks, mate. Anyway, so we have predictions for me. I've got a 3-1 for Propel. I think what we saw from them was convincing. I think my ex-teammates in Stormy and Nura did very well, as well as 3-1 as well. I haven't seen him play before, and he impressed me quite a lot. So well done to him. But on the other side, I can assume we'll probably see Pure Skill, Fluster, and
Parallel.
Parallel, playing on who actually goes by Darth, I think, in Rocket League. So we're gonna call him Darth, I think, just for ease of access. But remember, guys, that is Parallel of Serene Taisho. They're not in the lobby just yet, so we will wait for them. Maybe me, Sight, and Stingray can 3v3 Propel to wait.
No, I mean, I'd rather throw it to the chat to see how they feel like this game's going to go. I mean, a lot of people are here from the first game. I think they're followers of Propel. There's 45 people here watching the game. Clearly, there's a couple chat call-outs for Taisho already. I'm not really sure how this game is going to go. One of the things that surprised me was in the first match that Propel, they're the team in... Sorry, the chat was talking about how Propel was kind of demo heavy, but really that didn't start coming out until about game 2 or 3, and it wasn't until some of the final minutes that we just started to see some of those demos. So it's going to be interesting to see if Propel sticks to that kind of game plan, if they adjusted just their play style to just absolutely pound Jabetas back, or are they going to go back to what they normally do or what they're known for is these demos.
Yeah, so the demos, I know Neuronix loves to go for a demo. Stormy will go for a demo every so often. You get to a level where you're experienced playing with and against these types of people, and I know the type of people that they are, which is just aggressive for no particular reason apart from wanting to win the game, which is pretty valid. I think Parallel, who now goes by Acidic __ in Twitch. So he's got many names, this man, obviously trying to avoid some form of checks. I don't know. He's got so many. He goes by so many names, but he wants to be called Darth or Dar. I don't know if you look at the chats, but we still don't have Taisho. Oh no, we do have Taisho in here finally. So here we go. Fluster, Darth, and Pure Skill are in the lobby. We're gonna get going any second now. So we go to Manfield, where we always start series. So,
I mean, it's such a pretty pitch, right? You got those mountains in the background. You've got the city in the foreground. I mean, it's an absolute beautiful pitch.
Yeah, I'm just going to give these players a countdown just to make them more suspenseful. Put the pressure on. And here we go.
Chad, do you think there's going to be a kickoff goal? Because I think that really sets the tone for the first game. You know, when there's that kickoff goal, all of a sudden that team starts just absolute reeling.
Yeah, I mean, kickoff goals is just so annoying to concede. But it doesn't seem like it'll happen just yet. Maybe it will. Fluster towards the backboard. Actually, 3-1 misses off the post. Goal to follow. Daft now puts it towards the backboard, but it won't happen for him. So Nero is able to send it away. 3-1. Thanks to the other corner. Fluster there isn't able to pick up his own boost. Just leaves it for Daft. Nero towards the backboard where Daft is waiting. Now Stormy tries to get a touch, but he can't quite get a connection he wanted. Daft down to the other end of the pitch. 3-1's waiting once again on the sidewall. Big demo from Daft onto Nero, the man who demos a lot, but it's going to go up the field towards the net. 3-1 isn't able to connection. And Pure Skill bumps Stormy out the way. So we won't start with a goal. First 40 seconds of pass, not so quickly. Two tightly contested teams, it would seem, from the first few moments.
Oh. Nero wanted that hit. He had no boost, but he had all the time in the world to make that hit from the corner. And what a slow play by Pure Skills. Dekes out one and slows the play down and absolutely just slams that through Nero on the near side with a 50 to just dunk his way in there. What a play, and they are up by 1.
Yeah, lovely play from Pure Skill, really. From his own corner, puts it past one, absolutely sends Stormy. Yes, Stormy, mate, you got sent. And then Nero just gets faked out a little bit, doesn't know when to dive for the ball, just sneaks it into the bottom left corner, and Taisho lead by 1. Still, plenty of time left to remain for Propel to bring this back to even terms. Taisho starting with the upper hand though. Now, Pure Skill looking to make something happen from it, it's not going to happen. Stormy on the right wall, pops it once again off the right wall. The chemistry coming out between him and Nero. Tries to put it towards the midfield. Still, no attack henceforth. This one's back in the midfield. 3-1 with a big diving save. Going to collect the mid boost. Look to challenge the ball, but no time to do it. Fluster out towards Daft. Just misses the ball. Gets a follow-up touch though. Going to be on the backboard. Can he be out? Nero, no good. 50 from the man. No. Just misses it off the sidewall. 3-1 is able to connect with it. Nero connects as well onto the net, and Pure Skill tips onto his own crossbar.
3-1 just not able to get that half flip he wanted. Didn't get away clean, unfortunately. However, ever dangerous there as Flouster had to make quite the play. Darth has got a little bit of a low boost, but enough to get across the crossbar and collect 100 out of the corner. And now he's down and away. Pure Skills not able to reach Darth, and here comes an absolute dangerous moment. I'm not sure what happened there. Looked like the ball hit about 2 or 3 cars before it dead-ended itself. And Stormy rocks it off the backboard. 3-1 is up as fast as he could, but not able to get a good hit. And there you see Stormy again just sending themselves quite away. Nero had to make a 50-50 play. Pure Skill is able to hit it over 3-1, but Nero is back. He's going to collect boost and the ball. And a pinch and a 50-50 sends it right into the middle, and Pure Skill tries to throw that at the net. He's not out yet, wanted to back up into that boost to keep the pressure on, not able to. Flouster didn't get the pinch that they wanted, wasn't able to send it out of their defensive zone. And Pure Skill here trying to make a defensive play, but ended up passing it right into the middle. And here we see Propel just absolutely pepper the goal and just about got away with that one. Stormy is there to block, not able to get the ball, just about tried to pass back and then almost pinched into his net. Nero had to make a diving save, and here comes Flouster, who absolutely floundered on the ball. Darth got deep. 3-1 is going to make a solo play here as Stormy, his backup shooter, was taken off the board. That first minute or so, it looked like there was just popcorn on the field as cards were absolutely exploding and not able to play the ball.
Certainly seems like we're going to get a match like Space Station versus version 1. Maybe slightly lower quality in terms of the players, but the demos are coming out the bumps. All the physical plays, something that really can spice up a series, make it exciting. Final minute, Propel still need to get on the board to have a look at tying up this game, possibly sending it to overtime. This could be their chance. Stormy, not good enough of an angle to get a shot away. Thruster, it goes under him by a 3-1, though he's out of boost, trying to send it towards the midfield. Pure Skill gets an interception, puts it towards the left wall where Darth is able to collect it. Now, over 1 sends this Pure Skill, who has a shot. It's weak, so Stormy is able to collect this one once again. Gets bumped off the ball. The shot's going to come in from Flouster off the post. Still though, dangerous. Darth lurking. Runs out of boost. Not able to get a good shot away. Neuro. Now we'll play this one. Sends it towards the right side of the post. Flouster is now waiting, but final 15 seconds upcoming sight, and Propel don't seem to have anything for them.
No, there doesn't really seem to be anything go for them. 3-1 has the best chance here, unable to make the play that he wanted. And Nero's going to try and keep it in play. He's pressured, couldn't get the controlled bounce that he wants. 3-1 is up. The ball is in the air, but the time has run out, and Taisho takes the first game. I have to say, though, that was a much closer matchup between Propel and Taisho than it was Propel and Jabetus. There was a lot less double commits. There was a whole lot more pressure on the ball. There wasn't a whole lot of space for Propel to do a whole lot of solo plays. And really the only goal there was by pure skills and just being able to force it into the net.
Yeah, Pure Skill's only goal, the only goal so far in this series was a nice little 1v3 play from Pure Skill. Got it past all the Propel defenders. So we'll see if Pure Skill can produce something of that class again going into game 2, or will Propel come back? They had a lot of pressure for the final half of the game. Realistically, they just weren't able to slot one into the back of the net. So we'll see how they adapt. If they're able to put one into the back of their net, surely all the chances that will come for them heading on to our next map in Forbidden Temple. So, Sai, I want to know, how do you see this game in particular going?
I suspect Propel is a little bit miffed out of that last game, and I think we're going to see a little bit more bumping and demos from them. But I caution whether or not that's going to throw them out of play. You had a burp halfway through one of your speeches there. Was that a little bit of Iron Brew, or was that one of the Greg sausage rolls coming up after you?
Oh man, no, that was just that's just a slight cough I got.
Oh no!
I've also just had some water not go down too well. So yeah, not exactly convenient when you're trying to cast an exciting series, but there we go, 3-1.
Oh!
So they're making an exciting slot into the bottom left-hand corner. Hopefully my voice can recover, because it looks like Propel are trying to recover the game that they lost, and they start off quickly, 17 seconds into this one, and they lead.
3-1 was just out there from a defensive play, and good on them to get that ball right into the net. He was way behind the defenders. If this was a proper game of footy, that would have been offside. And there you see Stormy crashing the ball right off the kickoff. This has been their MO for Propel to get those kickoff goals. Ever dangerous, and every team that's up against Propel better take some notes and adjust how they do their kickoffs.
Well, if you want to compare it to a game of football, then hopefully you hope to be seeing what Taisho saying is still 0-0, lads. You know, you go 10-0 down, it's still 0-0, lads.
Well, I remember I played a game of Rocket League with a Scotsman, and we were playing a tight game. We weren't losing by that much, and he kept saying 0-0. So now that I know that's a footy reference, I didn't know.
Yeah, no, it's quite often said in a lot of sports. I've been quite excited. I've seen Norwich go up 2-0 against Watford quite early on. Same as Propel have just done. They've gone 2-0 up within the first minute. 3-1, looking to make it 3. Down. Yeah, nothing will come from Propel. 3-1 now off his own back wall, sends it out to the right side. Looks for the double, does get it. Darth, though, is the first to the ball. Gets the wave fish off the side. Well, a little bit of a laggy moment for me on my PC. But we recover just as my voice did.
Everything's going exactly how you're saying. So Darth leaves the corner boost. Surprisingly, there, it looked like he was about to take it, but I think he realized he had 70 boosts, so perhaps he left it for his teammate here. He's going to try and pinch it. Unfortunately, not able to get it the way he wants it, as the Taisho has just not been able to get it out. Pure Skill finally has a slight touch. Darth able to kick it up to Pure Skill, who is absolutely removed from play. Is no longer able to move that ball up the field. However, that was a dangerous opportunity. He wanted to connect with that a little bit harder. Taisho is trying to get back on the board as they're down by 2. And Stormy is ever dangerous here. Takes that 50-50 and is still going to take the pressure instead of the ball. He's going for the boost. Pure Skill is going to flick over 1. Tries to bump 3-1 with a predictive play. And this is dangerous here as 3-1 got a nice bounce and it followed him. He had no boost, but it followed him. Darth and Flouster both turned to the corner and nobody was in front of the net. It was an open goal, which we all know is the actual hardest shot to get.
Well, an open goal in Rocket League with no boost certainly makes it a lot harder, but there you go, 3-1 makes it 3-0. You know, not exactly representing his name, but Taisho wants to make it so that name is representative. They'll look to make it 3-1 through Daft's shot, maybe blocked out by Stormy. Flouster though, just flipped a bit too early. 3-1 is going to beat into the boost, but he's going to get demoed for his efforts. And Nero doesn't have boost. Just pops it towards the midfield. Stormy up for the ball, gets a dunk on Pure Skill, no one able to turn onto it, so Daft is going to be able to click this one for free. Pops it into infield where Flouster will send this down towards the back corner. Pure Skill now pops this one up, going towards the right hand side. It's not going to happen. Stormy avoids the demo. Just gets control of the ball. Gets it past one. Will look to get it past Daft. Not going to happen. He actually gets the demo though. 3-1 now has time and space. Boost as well to play with. That's what he likes. Now 0 boost. Can it go float in? It's not going to happen. Daft. Big save to keep it at 3.
You know, there's a saying that I have in hockey. It says finish your check, which means that when someone touches the puck, and if you're not able to get the puck, but you make them kick it away, you finish your check by hitting the person. And that's how I enjoy playing Rocket League. If I can't get the ball, you better believe I'm taking the man. And there's been a few times in this game where somebody has touched the ball and not able to get the ball down the field, or the person's not able to block it or 50-50 it, but boy, do they just either smash that person or absolutely just delete them. There's Flouster with an unfortunate pop. Nero hits it off the backboard. Stormy is up there. So is Pure Skill. He's able to kick it away. And 3-1 is going to collect this in the corner with 100 boost. And we're excited to see how he plays. Didn't get too far as Pure Skill was up there. And 3-1 tried to kick it over to Nero, but he wasn't quite there ready yet. That one wasn't on the wall. Nero's going to go for a couple bumps. He gets one of them. But unfortunately, they were not able to get the rest of the play. And that one just squeaked into the corner as it was a bad wave dash and then a bump by his own teammate. But they're still up by 2. And if I was Propel, I'd be playing the clock at this point. I'd be trying to hold on to the ball, try and do dribbles, anything to waste time as much as possible. Like drive up the wall, but don't really smash it. There's no point at this point. The clock is in your favor and you're up by 2. There's no point in pushing too hard. You just want to make the other team, Taisho, come to you.
Yeah, you just want it. You don't want Taisho doing any more. Don't want him scoring any more goals. Final 17 seconds. Yeah, nothing will come for Taisho is what I'm going to place my bets on. So 3-1, the scoreline. Not every series in this playoffs will be a sweep. We weren't expecting it anyway, but you know, we'll get it out the way early. The first match was a sweep, and it was in the favour of Propel, who play now against Taisho, and they are 1-1 after losing the first game. They take their 4th game of the play-ins and their first of the series, and they bring it back to even terms, right?
That was another great game. It was a little bit more of a high-scoring game, I think, than we've seen in the last little while. 3-1 is a pretty big deficit in this game. A lot of the times, if you play ranked, 2-goal deficit is a forfeit at 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Damn. Neuro pointing out they didn't even get 100 points, but yeah. Oh man, we don't talk about ranked here, okay? You can't just quit here. Alright. I mean, you could get banned if that's like what you really want to do, but like it's not the smartest thing, you know. You can always just not.
But then you'd never be the winner of the Sausage Roll Cup.
Yeah, man, the sausage roll is just too important, isn't it? Like, yeah, that sausage roll will take you absolutely miles, man. That, that sausage roll. If I could win that sausage roll, who cares about that fiver, man? That Greg's voucher is the most important thing in this league. Who cares about the cup? Who cares about Premier, Master? If it ain't Greg's, I don't want it. You're right, Hypnos. You're. Anyway, we're going into game 3 now. Back to less important things.
Back to Rocket League. Back to Rocket League and not Greg's. Oh, that ever dangerous kickoff playoff by 3-1 in Stormy. 3-1's got a devastating kickoff for this tier, and Stormy is there waiting for that ball every time. There was almost another goal, and here we have a really aggressive save by Darth. He's got low boost though. Flouster hits it into the corner. Both Dambo and 3-1 has double committed, and Stormy is in there to try and move it downfield. Dambo's got no boost, but he's able to kick it all the way into the middle. Flouster's going to push it off to the side and hope his teammate, excuse me as that hiccup, tries to collect it. Stormy a little bit dangerous in the corner. Darth is able to get the touch. He should have just followed that onto the ceiling, duh. Why'd you doing ceiling shots, clearly?
Yeah, ceiling shots are like the favorite in Prospect, it would seem, because no one, well, people can do a flip reset, but no one's really that good at them. So the ceiling shots is like the next best thing.
Oh, Darth. Oh, where was the rest of the teammates? That was such a nice pass by Darth.
Well, look at the double choice. Speaking of the mechanics, sorry, Liquid.
It feels like 3-1's has been hunting for a clip this whole session. I saw him last game. He was hanging out on the opponent's backboard. I'm like, what are you doing up there, mate? There is nothing for you there. The ball was already down. He was supposed to be playing defense. As Nero is trying to just absolutely float and catch the ball, wasn't able to get the last touch. He's retreating to get the 100 boost. He's going to turn now, though, and meet Darth on the corner. I think Propel's had a good amount of pressure here and a good amount of control of the ball. I don't think it's gone much past their half, as it looks like Propel was just zooming across the goal line there, just hoping to catch someone in for a demo. Oh, wow. 3-1 was absolutely dangerous there, but not able to get the touch that he wanted. But as a consolation prize, on his way out to recoup, he's able to get a banger of a demo, and now he's being chased. He's got another one. Now he's becoming a bit of a menace, and now people are going to start going after him. But with him, he's got such good mechanics, and he's demoing people. He's going to pull someone out of their position real easy.
Certainly now Stormy towards the back wall. 3-1. Oh, dangerous shot, and it goes into the bottom right-hand corner. 3-1 opens the scoring around the halfway mark in game 3. He is responsible for so much in this series, and he's responsible for this goal, with Stormy getting the credits for the assist. Lovely pass off the backboard, followed by 3-1, just outclassing the Taisho defense. We go back to the kickoff with just the halfway mark, but Propel will be happier about it, leading once again.
The way that last little play was going, not the one that scored the goal, but the one that was just in play, it looked like 3-1 was going to touch it and kick it into the midfield, but he didn't, and that threw his other teammates off. However, a just unfortunate clear by Darth, and it was met by both Nero and I think, what was it, 3-1? Yeah, they were both waiting for that ball. Sheer Skills was caught flat-footed, not even moving. He's just kind of rotated into back post. It didn't stop at the back post. He wanted to keep moving forward, and that cost him the goal. As we see here, Propel is up by another goal, and they're clearing to win this series.
Yeah, Propel, just 2 minutes to go. 2 goals to the good. And they will have series point. They will advance to Saturday, should they win one more game after this. unless Propel can change something up in this game. Still time to do it, but it will be one tall task. Not Sisyphean,
Oh no.
but still. It's not that bump on Pure Skill isn't going to help. One thing that will is the miss from Nero. Up towards the backboard it goes, where Fluster is able to catch us and get the smoothest recovery. Nero. Bit of wave dashing on the back wall. But Stormy, the ceiling double drops it down, can't duck up enough. And it just goes to the side. He will be upset about that, bumps his teammate, he'll be upset about us that well. But Fluster just misses the ball now. Nero up to the skies, gets a flip preset. And never mind, he didn't. Stormy. The sidewall, and it just seems like Propel have all the pressure in this series.
Is Prospect doing wave dashes on the wall now? Is that the mechanic that Prospect is at now? I mean, if that's the case, it's a good thing I don't play anymore, because that seems far too advanced for a Prospect here.
Oh yeah, I mean I can wall dash as well, you know. I don't want to sound like one of those plats saying, oh, I can flip reset, must double tap, but like, you know, I've seen quite a few wall dashes, you know, like, we're not as consistent as you might hope to be, you know, not wall dashing up the entire pitch, but just enough to gain a bit of speed and recover, because, well, this game might as well be shut down, especially with this touch from 3-1 onto the backboard. Nero misreads it, goes a bit high. Darth, small chance, trying to send this towards the backboard or towards the goal, nothing will happen. Stormy, another touch into his corner, shuts down the game, unless Pure Skill does something about it right now. 3 seconds left. Going to be sent away by 3-1, and Propel will take game 3 following their win in game 2, and will have a 3-1 match point lead in the series.
This is clearly all of my predictions have been wrong. You know, I guessed 3-1 the first lineup for Jabetas, and I went 3-2 for Taisho, and here we are with Propel, just winning this game. And taking this at a 2-1. So, or sorry, a 2-1. Yeah, it's 2-1. This is already match 3. Did I lose some time?
Yeah, man, that was game 3. You know, just because we've sped up in play, it would seem, it doesn't mean the actual time is going fast. Now, I suppose we had had 2 overtimes by this point in the last series. You know, Propel taking them both. One was very quick, one was an extra half game. But, yeah, very impressive stuff from Propel in the past 2 games. Not conceding so much, you know, only 1 goal. They've only conceded 2 goals throughout the series, and they tied that in this game. Scored another 3 previously. A very convincing show from Propel, you know.
Maybe this was their play all along, you know, the sleeper play. Get fairly low and on the play-ins and just stomp your way through to the playoffs.
Could be it. I think it might just be also the case that Nero and Stormy were signed quite late on. You know, Stormy, I made fun of him for being a free agent for most of the season. Started off at a team they didn't want to be on. That team did end up finishing last, lacking him really. That was Cardinals. But now he's finding success on Propel with his friendly Nero, and he gets that 50! Tight!
I watched this play happen. Stormy dropped down for the ceiling from the misplay on his one, and Pure Skill had no idea that he was lurking there until the last absolute second, where he rocked it right into Stormy, and Stormy just blocked that right into the net. What a play. Got Propel onto the scoreboard, leading by 1. Oh, this is dangerous by Nero. He's able to get away from all 3 teammates. He's got 0 boost, but he only has to get 1 small touch into the middle. Where was the charging teammate? Yeah, that could have been an easy second goal.
You got to be committing for that. You know, mistakes like this, you can't really be losing too many opportunities. You know, they've had plenty throughout this series, but you know, maybe this is the moment Taisho turn it around. Maybe they see, oh, we've been let off of this one. Step it up.
I mean, Propel, that his teammate took down all 3 of Taisho's teammates. That's the exact opportunity where you start charging with him, because the net is open. Look at Stormy going all the way down Wow, pure skill. Just the same thing as the first goal, was able to just about stuff that into the near side again. Everyone's got no boost, so he really wants this. He got the boost and the ball. Unfortunately, used most of his boost just catching up his ball and lost it on that back post.
Oh, I saw more wave dashes coming out from Stormy. You know, keyboard player, I know that he is, so maybe that helps with it, you know, not having a stick to finally adjust on the wall. But Fluster now, controlling this ball, sends it out. 3-1, massive double save! And Taisho will be upset about that now, 3-1. Once again, has control of the ball, gets the read off the ceiling. Darth gets the touch of the corner, is bumped for his efforts. Nero, once again, back into the corner, but Darth is able to clear this one away, pure skill. Puts it back into the midfield, and Darth is waiting low on boost, will try to put it past 3-1. Not gonna happen, no power on this shot. Pure skill, it's a good 50. Oh, bumping between him and Fluster. They do pinch into the midfield, but Fluster out of boost. No third teammate there to back it up, understandably, with both of us in the corner. And Stormy with another massive dunk, shows off some of the wall dashes. Getting fancy in game 4, and they look to take this series 3-1.
I mean, if Stormy's gonna invest in buying that song, he should at least have the decency to change the goal explosion to Ka-chow.
Mate, I had to scream him and Nero both using the...
Life is a highway?
No, both using the car.
Oh, the car.
It was a good job we stopped them scoring too often, because I didn't hear Ka-chow so often. Otherwise, I would go to sleep just hearing Ka-chow in my head. But all this one, P-roller, back left, bomb left, Stormy, hat-trick. Where does that come from?
It just had enough juice to skate all the way across the pitch. Pure Skills didn't have enough boost. He was a little bit in deep. I mean, they're trailing. So, oh yeah, he wasn't even in deep. He just didn't read the play, didn't know what was going on, and it squeaked out. This is the time where Taicho really needs these kickoff goals. But it's not Taicho with the kickoff goals, it is Apparel.
Yeah, it's just lovely shot there from 3-1. Just making it 4-0. And it might as well be over, you know, 2 minutes left, but I don't see Taisho coming back with 4 goals. Their playoff run will end in their first round. They qualified 4th from the Ignis Conference to be able to skip the first round, but clearly that warm-up or just the absolute class from Propel coming out. Lovely play from Stormy. The man is feeling it today, especially in this game. 100% goal participation, 3 goals and assists. Neuro is lagging, but I don't think he'll care one bit. Was that touch from 3-1, and it's 3 for Neuro, who actually does get 100 points this game. Leaves it off the sidewall. Lovely touch from 3-1 to put over Fluster, who just doesn't know what to do. And 5-0 Propel. What a showing in game 4.
I guess they got their groove in this game.
Mate, that life is a highway. That is boosting their confidence and representing them in this game.
That's gonna live rent free for the rest of the day for most of the people in the stream. Oh boy.
No. No. No! Oh, it's over! Look at this from 3-1. Looking for the tight angle double tap. Can't quite find it. Just goes off the post. Stormy is there to clean up. Keeping up that goal participation. 5 out of 6 for him. 4 goals. He picks up 675 points. And it just seems like Taisho have given up. They're just letting freestyle on them.
You've got to be deflated if you're Taisho at this point, man. You're staring down 6-0. Like, what do you do? What do you change?
You leave the lobby. You change what your computer is doing. You
turn
just
your monitor
go.
on. You gotta turn your monitor on.
Yeah, apparently that's not enough either because Stormy scored again. It's 7-0. They're in, like, even if Taisho pick one up against Brazil, it's still embarrassing. It's like, we're just rambling on because there's nothing to talk about anymore. Propel, just keep scoring.
It's a little bit like quicksand, though. You know, to Taisho's credit, you're down by 2, so you start stretching yourself a little bit, right? You're a little bit out of possession. Then it's 3-0. So you stretch a little bit more, and now all of a sudden you're opening up to yourselves to these opportunities that shouldn't happen. And then when you think that you're doing all the right things, you're getting these 50s that just aren't going in your favor. So the whole thing just becomes a whole mental breakdown. It's just really unfortunate as a team. You know, you've worked this hard, you've gotten all the way to your play-ins, and you just can't make something happen. 7-0. It's a hard one to come back from. Nero, I think, is just kind of waiting for the time to go down, and at this point, you got to be, if you're on Propel's team, you got to be just absolutely excited as 3-1 pre-jumped that goal or that shot in an attempt to get one more for the road.
Well, 3-1 on the team. 3-1 is the scoreline, and they get the Brazil at the last second. Darth puts it into the net, and that's one way to cap it off. 3-1 with an absolutely fantastic own goal, really, to get the Brazil. So, well done to Propel. Fantastic showing from them at the end of the day. 3-1 is the scoreline. 6-1 throughout this day. I get my prediction right for the second series. And,
just too good. Give a caster, my friend.
No, I'm just lucky. Oh, man.
Well, we definitely wish Propel the best of luck on the rest of your playoff run.
No,
because you've made quite the run so far. I got to start backing you now because that you put on quite the showing there. I thought for sure Taisho was going to come at you. They did in the first game, but right after that, it seemed like they just completely run out of gas. And the last game is just an absolute showing of how strong Team Propel can be.
There you go. So, yeah, let's have a look at the post-series stats, just everything in the favour of Propel. They take the series 3-1. It was over, really, about halfway through game 4. Taisho taking that first game, it looked like it was going to be really close. Fluster, GG's, this was my last game for RSC. Thanks for the fun season. Fluster, we salute you, my friend. Thank you for being part of this wonderful league.
Stormy, I think, rightfully getting the MVP of that one.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't popped up on my screen just yet, but if you want to take us through the stats.
1863 combined points, 13 shots, 6 goals. A monster on the field for that one with the stuffs and the double taps, or not the double taps, but just getting those 50s and winning them towards the net. 7 demos, 6 saves, and 4 assists. That was a force to be reckoned with. I think combined with 3-1, I don't think 3-1 was too far behind on those point lines. So congrats to that whole team for putting out an exemplary show.
Yeah, just brilliant head from Stormy. Nero talking about his points, 80 points, 2 games in a row. Well, you did your part, mate, didn't you? But yeah, Stormy, I think he got 4 of those 6 goals in game 4. Just a mad showing in the final game, but a mad showing throughout the entire series. So that will be it from me and Liquid Sight for today. Any more comments for you?
No, it was an absolute blast with being part of this league, being part of this show, and casting alongside of you was always a pleasure.
Yeah, I think you're up next with QC, aren't you?
No, I traded my later shift, I believe. I don't think I've got a three shift. I'm going to have to check with Stingray after we close this out.
Did you trade it with Chips? Well, we'll check. We'll check with Stingray in a moment's time. But for that, Liquid, I think we both have something to show the entire street. So,
see you in the next game, right?
Yeah. So up next, you will have Alta versus Terra in the upper bracket. But that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in to the RSC stream. That's it from us for tonight. Peace.
Whoa, I won't bend the knee. Whoa, whoa, I won't bend the knee. There's more of us than you think, quicker than you can blink. Your most loyal will turn against you. It's in the water we drink, poison in the spring, but we'll take back all the power. I won't bend the knee. I don't care who's coming after me. I won't bend the knee. I don't care who's coming after me. I won't bend the knee. You want to be used against. You win your only right in defense. Intimidate, discriminate, but we will never reach. Remember your place, just in case you thought that we were afraid. It's in the water we drink, poison in the spring, but we'll take back all the power. I won't bend the knee. I don't care who's coming after me. I won't bend the knee. I don't care who's coming after me. I won't bend the knee. I won't bend the knee. Counter attack, no one has your back. Rising against before there's nothing left. I won't bend the knee. And I don't care who's coming after me. I won't bend the knee. And I don't care who's coming after me. Whoa, whoa, I won't bend the knee. Whoa, whoa, I won't bend the knee. It's never too late to step out from the circle. I don't see where it ends. It just keeps dragging. I won't stop running. It won't stop coming. You're the one who drags me down. Why do I care? You're nothing but an anchor. I'll carry the weight. You won't bring me an answer. Why do I care? You're nothing I'll carry the weight. You won't bring me an answer. Why do I care? You're nothing but an anchor. I'll carry the weight. You won't bring me an answer. Why do I care? You're nothing but an anchor. I'll carry the weight. You won't bring me an answer. I woke up from a fever dream where I was falling apart and holding on to what was left of me. I realized it may not just be a scene. Stuck in the same routine. I'm living out an empty dream. I'm still waiting for something, something to make me believe in. I don't really know how to let it go. I don't think anybody does. Even in dark times, I'm hard to break. Through the noise and the flashing lights, I get lost in my mind. I got so invested in that life and then for me, things are moving so fast, even my shadow can follow me. Stuck in the same routine. I'm living out an empty dream. I'm still waiting for something, something to make me believe in. I don't really know where I should go. I don't think anybody does. Even in dark times, I'm hard to break. Through the noise and the flashing lights, I get lost in my mind. Anxiety never rests, so I hold my breath, hanging by a broken thread. Life's fading away. Always in a state of stalling. I feel like something's missing. There's no way to fill the void. I feel it inside. All the lights here to guide me, blinding my eyes so I can't see. I can't turn around. This reality is haunting me. Even in dark times, I'm hard to break. Through the noise and the flashing lights, I get lost in my mind. Like a white wolf, but not what I need. And I can't find my real life. Even in dark times, I'm hard to break. Through the noise and the flashing lights, I get lost in my mind. Anxiety never rests, so I hold my breath, hanging by a broken thread. Life's fading away.
the Lazy's conference, Terra being the 3rd seed from the Ignis conference. And then if you look at these team stats, there's not much difference there. Alter 46 wins, Terra 44 wins. The losses, yeah, Alter 2 losses less. But goals scored, there's where you'll see the most difference. Terra scoring a lot more, but also conceding a lot more. And saving, yeah, a little bit more, but the difference is not that big. Demos, on the other hand, is also a little bit of a difference. So, most likely, high-scoring games here and a lot of demos. But, like you said, there is one thing that can influence that.
Yeah, and that thing is that one of the best players I heard from Stingray of Prospect, Trixa, cannot attend to this series. So they will have to use their sub, King Axter. And that's gonna be something really difficult, because of course it is a sub, you haven't had much playtime with that person, and now you have to do the playoffs with it. That's probably gonna affect it by a lot.
Yeah, it will most likely just have a big impact, because you're taking on AR, the Krasus, and White Pony. 3 players well known within RSC. Krasus especially has been here for multiple seasons in a row. And then they're taking on Skiko, Yannick, and sadly no Trixa, but King Axter. And Yannick also, come on, GM for a system of Salaries, the GM playing himself. A lot of experience there as well. So, experience-wise, it will probably kind of cancel each other out, but just the difference in playstyle, you're using a sub, so like you said, probably not that much practice together. It is going to influence how you're going to play.
But you never know. Of course it's a sub. Most likely the player is going to be a little bit worse than the rest of your main players. But you can never underestimate a good day on Rocket League. Out of nowhere, he can play the stars out of the sky, and he's gonna do everything right, score triple resets. It can happen, but we just have to wait for that, for the series to begin.
Yeah, and before we're gonna let this series begin, let's talk a little bit about what we think is gonna happen. And, you know, my prediction is actually already out there, because yesterday on our RSCast, I made my predictions for the entire Plains playoffs bracket here for Prospect. And I think it's going to be a 3-1 victory for Alter. I do think Alter's going to win, and definitely with the sub, I want to actually go for a 3-0, but, you know, my prediction is set. But, Kuzi, what do you think is going to happen here?
I am going to go for the 3-0. Because, of course, I'm saying a good day of Rocket League can be enough for Terra to take a win here. But the chances that he can have that good of a day on Rocket League with a team he probably barely knows how to play with. And for surely we are, of course, in the Prospect League, so it's the better you are with certain players, the better you get. If you're higher up, you can play good with everyone. In the Prospect League, you just have to make a lot of flying hours with your teammates to get better and better. And that's the thing they don't have, so that's why I'm going for 3-0 for Alter.
Yeah, so, well, at least we both agree Alter is gonna win this one. But as I see now in Rocket League South, all players are in the lobby. All players are probably ready to go. So let's get them in. Let's get this game 1 underway. Let's get this final series of the night underway, as it is going to be the first upper bracket game here in the play-ins of Prospect RSC Season 13. It is Alter taking on Terra. Let's go.
It's gonna be an interesting series. Let's see how the side of Terra can adapt to not having Trixie in there. It's gonna be an interesting one. What do you expect of Terra? How they're gonna play with their sub? Do you expect them to be more laid back, try for the counter attacks, or do you expect them to still play the same thing, and for them just to hope King Axter can help them out with that?
I think that they're gonna play a little bit more laid back. They're probably gonna say to Axter, just go to the middle, just be annoying, and we'll do the rest. And here, not the best touch from Skiko, so AXR fakes out King Axter and gets that opening goal for Alter.
It's not a great start for the side of Terra. A massive double commit there, sadly, to see that in the first 30 seconds. But with that said, it's also the first 30 seconds. So you still have a lot of time to get used again to your teammates. Of course, you probably have just scrimmed, but it's always different. Playing on a stream, you know people are watching you. It's always some kind of weight on your shoulders.
Yeah, and for some people, as we already said before, they've been in RC for a long time. They've probably been in play-ins or playoffs, or at least on stream a couple times. So they have the experience, they know how it is to play in front of, well, I want to say a crowd, but at least people watching every mistake you're making. But for people new to the league, it could be very difficult. Definitely if you don't play that many series, it is very, it's a high pressure situation, because every mistake is right there under a microscope, so you don't want to make any.
No, but it will always be some kind of weight, I'm pretty sure. I've already casted a lot of series, but every time my face is on the screen, I'm always like, oh no, please don't do something stupid. You're gonna mess it all up. So there's always gonna be some kind of weight, and surely because it's playoffs, so you also know, of course there's a lower bracket, but you don't want to go to the lower bracket. So every loss counts really, really heavy, so you want to avoid it, and with extra stress. And now also being 1-0 behind, not really being able to fight back, it's gonna be a tough one for Terra.
Yeah, but one thing I do recognize here for Alter is they're not going their full potential, they're not throwing everything forward. They know they're not playing against the full potential of Terra. So you would think of them, we just throw everything forward, be aggressive, and they are in the offensive third, but they're not throwing their second man to the ball. So that gives Terra a little bit of an opportunity to get their rotations in, to make sure that Exeter is completely in the right positions, and then a whiff like that definitely doesn't help in that defense. White Pony gets the credit for the second goal, but only 2 goals. I expected, to be honest, a lot worse here within the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, I did as well, but if you also look at the stats, you saw Altar wasn't scoring as much as the side of Terra did. And I like that Altar is still probably playing the same as they always were. You don't want to change your game plan because you're maybe facing a weaker opponent. You just want to throw everyone forward, because that can only backfire. If you play your own game, maybe you don't score as much. Maybe you can win with a bit more, but at the end, if you win with 1 goal or 3 goals, it ends up being the same, and that's what Altar is going here for, so I have massive respect for that.
Definitely, like I said, they're staying true to their game plan, and Krasser taking a quick shot on target. White Pony tried to follow up, takes it up in the air. AXR has boost to work with, but King Exeter denies the opportunity. Krasser's pre-jumped it, couldn't take the shot. White Pony follows up, it's going crossbar down. Krasser tries to follow up, cannot make it happen, and Yannick takes the clear, tries to make a little bit of a control touch there, was stuck on the wall. Extra beautiful touch.
He's trying to get the airdropper over his opponent, sadly enough, he just couldn't make it. Now Yannick passing the ball in the middle, King Exeter is there in the middle of, well, we have 2 Exeter. That's interesting, I just noticed it, we have 2 people who are gonna call Exeter. It's an interesting one, it's gonna be an annoying one for us, but for the viewers also gonna be really confusing.
Yeah, we're just gonna call 1 King and 1 Exeter, and then we'll see.
Okay, let's do that. That's a good one.
Then at least it's not as confusing, and maybe it has a little bit of effect on the Terra side, as King is now in the corner, slowly taking control. Not the best first touch, trying to follow up. AXR, immediate follow up, press squish on the target, gets saved by his teammate, and Yannick on the counter attack. Not a strong first touch, and it's an easy clear for White Pony into the other side.
Nico needs to get a touch, doesn't do it. Now it's King. Clears it. A massive overcommit from the side of Altar. Maybe they can make something of this, but a good challenge. It's Boney there. He's gonna flick it into the middle. Sadly enough, there's no teammate there. Yannick puts it forward once again. The side of Terra is fighting back a little bit. Only I don't think it's gonna be enough.
Now, maybe here in game 1 it's not gonna be enough, but if they can continue with this, then I definitely see them taking a good fight onto the Altar roster. Because so far, Alter, they are in the lead, they are the dominant roster out of the 2, but sometimes they don't really seem too comfortable. They're still whiffing the ball from time to time. No double commits just yet, but Terra is slowly creeping towards that green net.
Oh, King is up, and King scores it, King does it! The sub actually scores the goal, that's what I said. He can play good series, and he scores a goal. Of course, it was really free, and Exeter was really slow up in the air. But King beats it, and he puts it in. It was still a decently difficult angle, but he still does it. And with 23 seconds left on the clock, there's still a chance for Terra in this series, in this game.
Yeah, and you know, one funny thing was, at the start of this series, Yannick told the Alter roster, please be gentle with us, but then King X just showed up, was like, I don't want you to be gentle, I'll just score this goal. And maybe it was a little bit free like I said, but still, it was not the easiest read to make. You still have to remember, we're in Prospect, not everyone is a mechanical mastermind here. So at least they get one goal, they get a little bit of momentum, but in the end, Alter is gonna take game number 1.
The series is actually closer than I suppose we all expected. Of course, with the best player out of one of the best players out from Terra and putting their sub in, I expected a lot worse from them. But King is actually playing really decent.
Yeah, and if you look at the scoreline as well, the scoreboard here as well, on Alter, everyone is kind of, well, pretty divided. You have White Pony and AXR at the top, and then Krasser is a little bit below that. And on Terra, you would think Skiko leading there with Yannick, but it's King Exter, the goal, also 2 saves to his name, giving him a lot of points, showing that he's doing a lot of work. And Skiko, not that many points, but in midfield he was crucial to keep the pressure there, or at least, well, to hold back the pressure. But 8 shots in total for Alter, only 2 goals, so the shots are there, it's just the accuracy that's lacking.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely. Alter could win with a lot more here. But Terra is putting up a really good fight. It's just going to be up to Zico to make himself more present in the game. Be more offensive, be more of an offensive power. Get more shots on target, get more saves. So he can really take that little bit of the edge, of the balance. So they can win a match on their own. Soon we're going to go into the second game. And do you think this is actually a game Terra can take? Because, of course, I predicted 3-0. But I'm starting to doubt myself now after this first game.
I think it all gonna depend on the first minute and a half for Terra here in this game number 2. Because most of the time, game 1 is kind of like a taste game, and just like that, 7 seconds in, we just said, Skiko, you've been kind of quiet in game number 1. Well, who cares? He rips one towards the back of the net. White Pony was too late, and Terra take the opening goal.
A banger of a shot to make his first goal and his first 100 points of this series. Really well done by him, and it's also really important for his team. As you said, the first 1 minute and a half is gonna be important for Terra. Of course, it isn't played yet. If they get scored on twice within this minute, it's still gonna be a different series. But it is a good way to start.
Yeah, and one thing, what I wanted to say before Skiko just shut me up real fast, it was game 1 is normally a taste game, and definitely for 2 teams who maybe scrimped each other throughout the season, but have not played each other, since they are from 2 different conferences. You're always kind of trying to taste how the other team is going to play, what's going to happen, and obviously you see the streams sometimes, you see the scoreline, so you know what to expect, but you're never 100% sure. So game 1 was a little bit of a taste game, also to get in game 2. It is a very good start and a very good save there from King Exter for Terra. So maybe we might see a Terra win here in this series.
King Exter playing really well, having that save out of there. It was a really difficult one to get, but luckily enough, he got it, leading his team on the scoreboard once again. As I said, it's a player, he can have a good day. He might be sub, but he can have a good day, and I think he's having one.
Yeah, Yannick winning the 50 against Kratos. White Pony up, not the best of touches, makes it in a different position for his own net. Skiko quick shot on target, will go wide, and Exter now taking control, wins the 50, no follow-up, goes for the pre-jump against Yannick, wins it, has a little bit of control, outplays everyone, and still in control after so many players already jumped in front of it. King now trying to go for the infield pass, doesn't have that much success, and Kras taking it into the corner.
Yannick for the next challenge. White Pony going up to the ceiling. Can he get a touch? Sadly enough, not. And it's Yannick putting the ball away. Extra missing the ball. It's going to be Krasers. Up to the backboard. Gonna drop it low. It's Zico. Okay, he gets the dunk on Zico. And it puts it to a 1-0.
Yeah, at 2 minutes in the game. Krasers takes it into the air. Realized he cannot go for a flip percent. And I was like, I'm going to dunk it. See what happens. And even if that was going to get saved, Exter was there to follow up. But that was not needed. Tie game, 3 minutes left on the clock, and everything is to play for.
Exter up in the air, tried to pass to the middle, sadly enough couldn't get another touch. Zico's missing, big demo there. Crashers can't get the angle on this time, sadly enough. Yannick trying to go for the ball, sadly enough misses it. King can't clear it as well. It's up to Zico, touching the ball, but giving it to the opponent really fast. It's something you see a lot in Prospect. They don't keep the ball close to them, they just hit it away. A lot of time giving away possession, so you don't get out of the stress. Sometimes it's just better to take the ball in control into the corner and maybe try something like an air dribble. It's something that works a lot of times, but you don't see it there. And it's that if I could give some advice to Terra, definitely in this series, take more time in defense. If you're under pressure, if you have the moment to dribble for a little bit, dribble the ball so your teammates can get boost, because that's what you see a lot as well. Teammates running out of boost, not being able to challenge, not being able to come back, and that's why you're giving away a lot of space.
It's like you said, and Alter, they're using that to their advantage. That's also the reason why they had so many shots in game number 1. They are just there to follow up on every missed touch. And a beautiful demo on the goal line, but the Exer can't follow up. Just missed the ball by an inch. Otherwise, it would have been that lead for Alter. Yannick now up into the air, tries to drop down to King. King, a little bit of an awkward touch, but can follow up into the corner. Looking for the infield pass, does get it. Might be a little bit too hard of a touch, so it goes across net. Press tries to clear it. Yannick follows up, ball still dangerously in front of the Alter net. Double commit on that side, but Exer can follow up and yet losing the 50 to Yannick again. Terra feeling more and more comfortable going for the 50-50.
King up on the wall. Can he get it to the middle? Yes, he definitely can. But he doesn't hit it. And it's King who gets bumped by his teammate to score his first goal of this game and puts himself, or puts his team, in a 2-all lead.
Yeah, this is... Yannick wanted to go for that goal and then saw King just dropping down in front of him. Like, I'll give it to you. You did so much. You deserve a goal as well. And where we think for a long time that Alter is the dominant force here, which for periods they are. Terra is just fighting back like no one expected. Getting that second goal just like that. And now with just 1 minute remaining, they are in a very good position to take the game here. But with a touch like that, it's not gonna help. And Exter just makes it a tie yet again.
This is not defendable. What a touch by Crassus there. Really nicely, perfect for his teammate. Actually pushing up with that as well and playing out a less defender like that in style with only 50 seconds left on the clock is a big play from him.
And now final seconds. It can go to an overtime here because so far we had 4 goals here in this game number 2 and most of the answers were scored pretty fast, but then it was quiet for quite a time. Exer on the other hand wants to get another answer real quick to the Terra side. White Pony up, dunks it in! And with 30 seconds left, Alter takes the lead.
They were so close to be getting that out. I thought King had it, but sadly enough he didn't make the right touch. And Pony with a beautiful dunk after the ball hit the crossbar. Really well done by him, putting the pressure on, making his opponent faint in defense. 3-2 on the board with 30 seconds left. It's gonna be a really difficult one for Terra to push back, but not impossible.
No, King Exter here, quick shot on target, wins the 50 against
Skiko!
White Pony. Skiko shot just wide. Yannick intercepting it, tries to take it into the air, has 1 touch, has a 2nd touch, gets it past the defense. 10 seconds sticking down the whip, press in front of that, just get the save. Exter here tries to keep it in there. Skiko, can he get 1 more touch? Can keep it up? No, it will touch. Will touch the ground. So close here in the final seconds for an equalized 4th overtime. But in the end, Alter clear it and take game number 2.
It's really surprised me that Terra has been able to put such a fight against this Alter. And as you said in the beginning as well, if Alter's gonna have a lot of trouble with this, they're gonna have probably a lot of trouble in the rest of the playoffs. So Alter really needs to get a 3-0 down in here. But something I saw as well on the side of Terra, they have a man back, which is good. But the only problem is when they're on offense, they also have a man back and not a man in the midfield, why they're losing a lot of pressure and giving Alter time to get boost and make a good offensive play. That's something they really need to change if they want to win this match.
Yeah, it's definitely something they should change. But in the end here, obviously in the end, final seconds ticking down, you just want to get it equalized. So they threw all 3 men forward. And it worked, they got a lot of pressure, but it was not enough. And maybe for Terra, the reason why they're using that man back is because they are playing with King Exter. But if you look at the scoreboard, he's leading the roster right now. He got a lot of credit for everything he did. So I don't know if you really have to adjust your playstyle from using Trixa or using a sub. Obviously, Trixa, like we said multiple times, very good player in the tier. But so far, King Exter, beautiful replacement. But now, game number 3. It is do or die for Terra, but it is an advancement in the upper bracket for Alter. And Exter 6. I want to advance in that upper bracket. 9 seconds in. Beautiful touch from Krasers. And AXR follows up, puts it in, taking the first goal.
That's actually a really beautiful touch from Extra as well. Pinching it with the ground after a split, perfectly timed. Put in the net, and the last defender just couldn't make it. Now this time, last time it was Terra leading with 1-0 after 7 seconds. Now it's gonna be a quick lead for the side of Altar. And Terra has to fight back, and they can do that with a pass like this.
Oh, this was beautiful. You knew Yannick was in that corner after the 50. And then this touch, Yannick realizing I have a little bit of time and I have the angle to go for it. Redirects it into the net. Within 19 seconds, there is already an answer.
1-1 once again after only 19 seconds. As you said, now it's the question, who's gonna take the lead this time? Yannick passed the ball to the middle, there's a teammate on that side, he can go for the shot, Chico just misses it. King trying to follow it up, ball's in the corner. King another touch, maybe a pass to Yannick, he can go for it, he gets the shot off but not powerful enough, and it's Crashers in defense. Chico in the air, maybe trying to get a block, sadly enough doesn't get one. King putting the ball forward there again, Crashers misses it, and it's gonna be 2-1 for the side of Terra.
Oh, this was so unlucky. Crassus went up, had more than enough boost to work with, but tilted his car just a little bit too far backward, allowing the ball to fly over. That is just, he's gonna be kicking himself for that one. Because you're just giving a lead away. Obviously still 4 minutes left on the clock, more than enough time to get back into this, but it is, you don't want to give a lead to a roster like Terra, where they're slowly getting more and more comfortable into this series.
Baxter, that's the ball down to the side, really one on by him. Pony passing it back to Crashers. Crashers trying to go for the shot. Sadly enough, he couldn't take it. Axer up on the wall, going to the ceiling, trying to get it onto the backboard, trying to get a pass to the middle. It's gonna be a White Pony with a quick challenge. Crashers with the shot. This time he doesn't hit it, and the defender also missed the block, so they still have some offense, but like touches with this, you really can't get out of this pressure, and this pressure is gonna make the opponent score.
Yeah, just a couple awkward touches here in your own corner is not gonna help, and then you have Exer dropping it mid. Defense was already beat. White Pony, easy shot for him. 3:30 left on the clock. 2-2 is the scoreline. Everything to play for, and I want to say this game is really going one way or another, but it's just back and forth. You never know who's gonna score next.
Ball to the side, Sicko, ball to the middle. It's a draw again for now. Can go both ways. Crashers gonna try to push this up. Sicko up in the wall, trying to get a dunk on there. It does. Gonna get the ball on target. Sadly enough, it just doesn't get the angle, but it can still deliver it to the middle, and so he does. Yannick with an awkward touch. Now it's all up to King to get a touch on the ball, so they don't score. That's what he does.
Yeah, and then Yannick, beautiful interception in the middle of the field. Get a little touch, so it goes to the side, set it straight on net. Kiko now has an opportunity. Yannick, quick pass to Skiko. Skiko doesn't touch it! Yannick gets the credit. Own goal from Exer, if I'm correct here. Let's take a quick look, because the pass was beautiful. Yeah, Exer jumped, tried to clear it, and for Alto, this is not a good game. First, Crassus completely missing the ball, and after that, it's Exer creating an own goal and giving the lead back to Terra.
Of course, we can blame it as an own goal for Exer, but at the end of the day, Sicko would have scored it as well. So it doesn't really matter. A goal against you is a goal against you, and it's something you have to bounce back from, and that's now up to the side of Altar. Get back that draw and get back the win.
Yeah, King here in the corner. Little pop towards Sicko. Sicko follows up. Defense nowhere to be found. Extend the lead to 2 goals.
2 goals lead. We did not expect this at the beginning of the series, but it's happening right now. Terra in the lead. Maybe starting a reverse sweep.
Yeah, they're definitely on the right course to take at least 1 game to create more momentum in their favor. Exer shot in field. Exer now here. Little over awkward bumps King. Yannick tries to get a touch, not the best opportunity, gives the ball straight to Crassus. Sicko not the best of touches, a little bit in an awkward position. Crassus follows up and at least gets 1 goal back with 2 minutes on the clock.
Awkward from Yannick as well there. Why didn't he just play back to his teammate? Let Sicko take it forward. He wanted to cut it pretty awfully. And that led to a goal for our Alter, a way for them to fight back in this series. Only 1 goal difference now, might be soon only 0.
Yeah, now double commits. King on the wall, try to get an infield pass. Doesn't have much boost to work with, but at least can flip into it. Gets 1 pass into the middle. Extra closer towards the wall. Tries to follow up, but Sicko is there. Infield pass. Krasos, small touch into the corner, but Sicko's still waiting. Krasos on the other hand has other plans. Bangs it all the way into the other side. Krasos even following up on his own touch. No one was going for that ball at any point. So much freedom for the player of Alter. And then in defense, a complete whiff. No one expected Sicko to be there. And Sicko is just like, I see a free ball. I go for it and gets that next goal.
Extra waiting really long. But at the end of the day, he waited too long. Making Sicko free man to take that shot. And he puts it in as well. 2-goal lead once again. They have gotten a free goal from Terra, but they give 1 back as well.
Yeah, and you know, if you would be in a couple of the high tiers, then stuff like that would never happen. But on the other hand, we're in Prospect, so sometimes a beautiful whiff or just taking your time is not the best option. But on the other hand, Krasos here, beautiful banger to the other side, well touched the post. Janik, great follow-up, clearing it into the middle. White Pony, that's the best of touches. Janik can follow up, quick shot on target. Krasos just in time to save it.
Crusher still gonna go on, try to put this forward. It's King who misses the ball. White Pony takes it over, get it to the middle, and gets it to Exer. Exer with the shot. King misses the save, and it's 1 goal difference once again.
Yeah, King here whiffing. Sicko not the best of touches, and Exer followed up. This is going back and forth, and I think it's really coming down to the final seconds to see who's gonna win this one. Because it wouldn't surprise me if Alter is gonna score 1 more.
It's gonna be the side of Alter really needing to push forward right now, but it's the side of Terra who's putting on the shots and making the calls in this game, almost putting a 6-1 in, which would close the deal on the first win of the series. But it's not over yet. 30 seconds on the clock. 1 mistake could be enough. Ball's in the middle. Pressures can't go for that well. White Pony on the ball, trying to put it up. Ends up in the middle. Free shot from Janik. Is he gonna take it? He is. Is he gonna go in?
Oh no!
No, it isn't.
I saw the whiff from Krasos and then just the panic jumps from everyone on the Alter goal line. And then you would think, oh, a free shot on target, we go for it, but it's gonna get saved. And here some panic on the Terra side as well.
Possible.
But time is ticking down. Exer tries to get in front of Ronaldo. Janik wants to kill it. Terra take game number 3, so we'll see 1 more game at least.
I have 1 very important question for you, Tefish. Do we believe?
Oh, this is a very difficult one.
Do we believe in the reverse sweep? Because the side of Terra is genuinely playing better at the moment than the side of Alter.
I have to agree there. Alter, this game was just not playing up to their standard, and Terra used that to their full advantage. But seeing the couple mistakes still on the Terra side, I think Alter will now realize, okay, we threw 1 game, we're gonna come back into this and take that final win. But let's say it let me say it like this: it wouldn't surprise me if we see a game 5.
It is definitely possible. Terra right now with a good flow, losing 2 games really closely and then finally winning the 3rd one. It gives a lot of positive energy. They're definitely gonna carry that into the next game, and I wouldn't be surprised either if we see a game 5. Terra is playing really good. Only have a few small mistakes if they fix those on defense, because a lot of times I've seen like 20 team bombs on the side of Terra in defense. If they just only fix that problem, that you don't hit your teammates, which isn't that difficult to do, they're gonna play a lot better, and they may even concede less than they did last series.
Well, you say that isn't that difficult to do, but it's still Rocket League. We're still human, so anything can happen, and it's still Prospect, so anything might happen here in this final game. Or I'm saying final game, potential final game, depends on how Alter is gonna play this one.
Sicko doesn't get a touch there, ball put into the middle, crashes. Can't take it out. Lucky enough, not King, get the demo. He doesn't get the demo. I thought he was supersonic, but he just runs in to the side. Why he doesn't get the demo. So his team can score his first goal. Then it's another touch from King. And Sicko in the corner there. Can he maybe interrupt the touch of Exer? Sadly enough, he can't. It's going to be King once again. Putting it up. Can he get the shot on? He does, but crashes with the save.
Yeah, and one thing I loved in that earlier play from Sicko, he was just being a cherry picker in that corner. He was going for boost, and I realized, oh, the ball's coming to me. I'll just wait here and see what's gonna happen. That is the confidence you need when you're taking on a roster like Alter. Presses here, not the best of touches, and Sicko can follow up immediately. So far, Terra being the leading team here in this game number 4.
King taking the ball to the corner. XR missing it there, leaving it to King. Ball to the backboard. Shot on Sicko. Could be enough for a first goal. What a save from White Pony. Putting it out of the net. Making secure that his team isn't 1-0 behind. Giving a really good pass. But too late of a reaction from XR.
Yeah, now an infield pass. No follow-up. Presses here taking his time to go for one touch. Gets denied by Sicko. Not the best touch there, and a great scrambling here in front of the Alter net. Luckily for them, they're gonna clear it. King waiting for the ball, giving Presses loads of time. Presses overshooting by a mile. So still no goal as we're almost nearing 2 minutes come and gone.
King left the ball there, and genuinely my heart just skipped a beat. Because it was an open net for Cresses, but luckily for King, he missed it. So his team isn't 1-0 down, but it's still really close scores. Last game we had a lot of goals, total of 10 I think. In this game, it's still 0 after 2 full minutes of playtime.
Yeah, I think maybe a couple of nerves are hitting on the Alter side as they're realizing if we go to game 5, we are in that reverse sweep scenario, and you don't want that, because if you're in that reverse sweep scenario, it's
Really
very
good, Sicko,
difficult.
free.
But Sicko getting a goal, like you said, free goal for a beautiful bump. Sarah taking the lead.
Yannick just taking out White Pony there, not even close to the ball anymore, and then overcommit from the other 2 players makes it so Sicko gets his free goal for this game. This is a huge goal for the team of Terra. Maybe this one only is enough to put them into that massive game 5.
Yeah, Yannick here in the corner gets an infield pass, follow up from Sicko, not enough. Extra infield pass, Crest. A little bit of an awkward touch, but it still goes into the Terra side. King follow up gets denied by Exer, who kind of pinches it towards the Terra side. Sicko wanted to take control, gets denied. White Pony getting it past one infield pass. Sicko, beautiful touch. Crest follows up, gets it on the inside of the post, and it's an equalizer.
Come on, Alter, just let it go to game 5. Win then I'm fine with it, but now I want the game 5. You've been giving me the scent of a game 5. Now you gotta give it to me as well. But it's Cressers who says, nah, I have more things to do on this evening. I just want to go to bed. I'm gonna put this one in. It's 1-1 again, and it's Alter back in the game.
You say you want to see game 5. I want to. Deep in my heart, I want to see a game 5 as well. But obviously, I want my prediction to be true as well. So I'm kind of in a W here, but. Caressers, he doesn't care about anything. The rest of Alter doesn't care about anything. They just want to close this one here and now. And with that equalizer, you can see they're feeling a little bit more comfortable pushing forward. King here going for a shot. White Pony, a little bit of an awkward touch. Trying to take control. Has booster work, gets it past Sicko. Has control. Not in a good position to shoot, but get it in front of the net. Follow up from Exer will go wide. Caressers quick shot on target. Saved by King. Good double commit. Yannick bumps King out, and Exer gets a free shot. This game has everything.
So King has complete control over the ball. He just gets. I told you at the beginning of the series, of this match, no team bumps. What has happened?
Yeah, this is. I think if we're gonna summarize this entire series, then it is. Oh, so close, Yannick. Come on, that should have gone in. The GM really kicked himself there as well. It's like, oh, I was so close to make up for my mistake, but the woodwork wouldn't help. And Terra, 1 minute left on the clock. Otherwise, they are going into the lower bracket. Sicko doesn't want to go there. He wants to at least have that game 5, show everyone what they're made of. Extra here, winning the 50-50 ball, bouncing up. No one able to follow up, and it gives an opportunity for Yannick, or for Sicko actually, to follow up on it in the end.
King putting it into the side. White Pony getting a touch, just interrupting the play. These balls take really long, so that's really annoying for the side of Terra. This is a good clear from Sicko, maybe pushing on. Can he get a shot on? Sadly enough, not. Gonna be King for the next touch. White Pony in the corner there. King gonna get through, but no teammate there to finish it off.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity to get the equalizer. Yet a quick shot on target. Sicko follows up. Krasus there to deny. Exer is up. Gets it past one. Krasus takes a quick shot. Sicko can make contact. Yannick can.
Yannick, do it.
And has the ball. Can he go up into the air? Looking for a flip shot here. No, leaves it for Sicko to take a shot. Ball is still up. King tries to keep it up. Exer takes control. Yannick misses. Alter take the service at 3-1 and continue in the upper bracket.
We were so close to a game 5, but Altar wasn't having it. They wanted to close the series down, and so they did. Maybe with a little help from the opponent on that second goal, but it is still a mistake from their side, and Altar make full benefit of it. So no shame to them. They played better in the last game. It was really close, and it was just a good game. I don't have actually more words for it. It was just a really good game, the last one.
Completely agree. We had everything here in this series. We had a whiff that led to Terra taking the lead. We had an own goal that led to Terra taking the lead. We had multiple whiffs and just close calls in offense and in defense. We had a sub playing out of his mind to take the real battle to the Altar side. But in the end, Alter was just a little bit too strong. Took him 4 games to get the series win, but they'll continue in that upper bracket. And sadly for Terra, they have to go to the lower.
As you just see on the stats, something funny I like to point out. The boost consumption on the side of Alter was higher with 5,000. That's a lot for 4 games of Rocket League. That's 1,000 boost more used each single game. And that's a reason why Alter was so much quicker and why they were able to pull this ahead. Because they're just quicker on the field, they're quicker to the ball, they can challenge a lot more. And the opponent's then gonna lag back. They can't be in defense every time if you don't have enough boost. And that happened a lot for the side of Terra. And that's why Alter could take the winner.
Yeah, and Alter did it so perfectly. And obviously we're gonna have a series MVP. And it's gonna be the one and only the Crazzers. 1,300 points, 11 shots, 3 goals, 4 assists, 3 saves. Sadly, he couldn't demo anyone, but he had a couple bombs here and there. So, you know, give credit where credit is due, I would guess. But Crazzers MVP, Alter continuing. And we're slowly nearing the end here of Tuesday. The end of the first day of the prospect play-ins.
Yeah, we are. I just want to point out, having 0 demos in 4 games, that's also something. It's I have a lot of accidental demos, so it's actually quite impressive to have 0 demos in the game, but in the series. But as you said, we are ending the day. We have seen a lot of interesting series today, and definitely this last one has been way closer than we all have thought. So that was a nice way to end this day.
Yeah, and like you said, we had, if I'm correct, a sweep, a 3-1, and now another 3-1. So luckily for the casters, no game 5. Luckily for the players, they don't have to clutch it out in game 5. So this is the end of day number 1. We will be back tomorrow with the continuation. With day number 2, we'll see the other part of the lower bracket and the other part of the upper bracket. So we'll hope to see you there. But for now, good night.